Hello everyone and welcome back to RubberStamps.com. Today we have a super fun video for you. We are going to be making 3 different cards using this Cool Mom stamp set. But before we get started, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more content like this. I think this stamp set is super fun. I love all of the retro elements that we have in here, like the roller skates, the blue jeans, and just some things that kind of could represent you as a mom or your mom friend or your own mom. So for the first card, we are going to be using as many elements as possible. So the first step for this card is to lay out all of the elements that you want to use on the card and make sure the placement is good. And this is the color palette that I'm going to be using for this first card. What I'm going to do is basically stamp each of these with a different color. So that's going to be the next step, is to one by one stamp all of the elements, alternating between the colors. And one thing that I'm doing is making sure that I start with the elements that I for sure know what colors I want them to be. So I knew I wanted the blue jeans to be the light blue, and I knew I wanted the overalls to be this teal color. So I'm doing those first and then working around with the rest of them. Up next, I'm going to take my blending tool and the aquamarine, and I have already cut out with my Cricut the outline for the phrase that's going on the card. So with the aquamarine, I'm going to blend lightly over the top phrase, and I'm going to repeat that process with the French ultramarine on the bottom phrase, and then I'll stamp the phrases on top of both of those. So now we are stamping the phrase on top of the pieces that we just colored. I think that turned out super cute, and like I said, we'll repeat the process with the bottom. Here you can see that I went ahead and glued these to the card using these 3D adhesive dots so that they pop off the card, and I think that's super cute. Up next, we are going to take this cardstock and cut it down to size. Here is the final card. You can see that we cut down the teal tie-dye cardstock, and we also have this glittery pink cardstock. We glued both of them together with the tape glue runner. So this is the first card, and I love how it turned out. Moving on to the second card. This one is going to primarily feature this ring pop stamp, and we're just going to be alternating between pink and purple, and we're going to completely cover this page with the ring pops. Next, we are going to take this heart cardboard box and use this as a stencil. We're going to trace around it and cut it out. You can also use a circle or any other shapes that you might have on hand. I just thought this heart looked really cute, so that's what we went with. The next step is to take the heart-shaped glasses that we have and stamp those with the pink ink that we're using. And we are also going to stamp the phrase Cool Mom. Here we have everything put together. I used the 3D adhesive dots to stick everything on top of the card, and then I also just used a plain purple cardstock for the backing. Moving on to our third and final card, we are going to be using this pink for all of the elements. I went ahead and cut them out with my Cricut ahead of time, and we are just going to stamp right on the cutouts with the pink ink. This third and final card is going to be a shaker card, so that's why we have all of the elements cut out onto the little pieces of paper. You can use whatever elements you want. It might be kind of fun to pick some of them from the set that go with your mom's personality or whoever it is that you're making this card for. And then we are taking this little cellophane baggie that we have. We will put a link to these in the description below so that you can find these for yourself. And we are just going to put all of these elements into the baggie. Just make sure that they're all facing the same direction. Next, we are gluing down this cardstock to the base layer of the card. We went ahead and cut that to size already. Next, we are going to cut a circle out of the top layer and line that up. This is how it looks. Then we're going to take our tape glue runner and glue the baggie to the back layer. Next, we are going to use our 3D adhesive dots to glue the top layer to the top and have it pop up a little bit off the card. And then our final step is to stamp the phrase on the top of the card. I think this turned out super cute. I love that it's a shaker card, and here are all 3 of the cards that we made in this very quick tutorial. I think they're all super unique and fun and perfect for Mother's Day for someone who's not like a regular mom, a cool mom.